Hey guys, so the FBI has finally acknowledged Sebastian Rogers again after what seems like a very long time. Now, I'm going to read this to you guys. Take a listen. I do want to start off by saying that they said Sebastian's age wrong in the first sentence, which kind of made me like, oh my god, shake my head. Why can't we just do right by this kid? I mean, there's been so much misinformation coming from authorities when it comes to this case. First, it was the last seen date. Now it's his age. It's like, can we just get it right? Okay, I digress. Sorry. So it says on February 26, 2024, Katie Proudfoot went to wake up her son for school. To her surprise, he was nowhere to be found. Sebastian Rogers spent the previous day with his mom. The pair shopped at a department store. They played video games at a bowling alley and had dinner at a local restaurant before heading home for the evening. After returning to their home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, Katie and Sebastian prepared for bed, saying goodnight sometime between 9 and 10. Katie told us a little bit before 10 p.m. she heard a loud bang coming from Sebastian's room, so she yelled out to ask him if he was okay, to which he responded that he was. She told him to go to bed because they had to be up early for school the next morning. This is a little bit different than what we have heard previously, but okay. Katie called her husband, who was out of town in southwest Tennessee for work, and the two of them spoke nearly for 2 hours before she went to sleep around midnight. The next morning was the beginning of what would become a massive search effort for Sebastian. Katie called her husband and told him she couldn't find Sebastian, that he wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. She got into her car and drove around the neighborhood and to Sebastian's school, which was less than a mile away from their house, searching for Sebastian before returning home. During this time, her husband called the local emergency communication center to report Sebastian missing. In the early days of the search, it seems Sebastian vanished without a trace. This case was kind of a question mark. Mom wakes up and he is just gone. There's a question mark and we've got to figure out what happened. That question mark only grew bigger as the search went on. Sebastian did not take any clothes, shoes, money, food, or his cell phone. His cell phone and cash were both lying on the dining room table where they had been all day the day before, when he went to bed as well. According to Katie, there was a small yellow flashlight that she thinks was missing, but that was the only thing that appeared to be gone from the house. The first week in the search for Sebastian was a massive community and interagency effort between the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the TBI, the Emergency Management Agency, Hendersonville Police Department, Gallatin Police, Tennessee Highway Patrol, the FBI, Metro Police, Wilson County Sheriff's Office, Sumner County EMS, Sumner County Emergency Response Team, and several other agencies throughout Tennessee. The search consisted of about a 4.5-mile radius around Sebastian's home. There were roughly 2,000 searchers equipped with an app tracking their movements. The searchers could also use the app to plot things on a map that they observed while they were out searching. The total area they covered within that 4.5-mile radius was equivalent to a combined 44,000 acres. In addition to ground searchers, law enforcement employed every available resource at their disposal to locate Sebastian. Fire departments, mounted patrols, ATVs, search and rescue canines, drones, helicopters, and even an airplane. During day 2 of the search, the Sumner County Sheriff's Department reached out to the FBI for assistance and specific resources that could potentially help find Sebastian, who has high-functioning autism. The FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team was reached out to for initial consults, and then they brought in the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit to assist. The BAU shared a statistic that about 50% of autistic children are prone to wander. They also are naturally drawn to bodies of water. 71% of fatal outcomes involved missing autistic children were as a result of drowning. That information helped them focus search efforts in and around bodies of water. The search team drained ponds and searched waterways and lakes looking for Sebastian. Now, remember at the beginning of this case, we were all under the impression that Sebastian was not someone who could function on his own, but then as time went on, we started learning that Sebastian is extremely intelligent. He is very smart, and he was capable of doing everything that a lot of people didn't think he was capable of doing. So the fact that at the beginning of this, everyone was looking at him as this young, vulnerable kid who's autistic and most likely wandered away to a body of water, it just makes it seem like law enforcement was guided in the wrong direction from the very beginning. In addition to checking waterways, law enforcement searched almost every home in the neighborhood. Video recordings from nearby homes and a dashboard camera in Katie's car showed that Katie and Sebastian Sebastian didn't leave the house after their return home from dinner, and that no other cars were seen coming or going from Katie's home during the evening and early morning hours of the night or day Sebastian disappeared. We have followed through on every tip that has come in, said Josh Savley, special agent in charge for the Criminal Investigation Division at the TBI. Some of those tips we continue to examine at a deeper level, but the vast majority we have cleared as either being irrelevant or ended with no results. The FBI is continuing to ask the public to share Sebastian's missing flyer, and if you see something, heard something, know something, to contact them. There is a $50,000 reward on the line by the FBI for information leading to Sebastian's whereabouts. So it is definitely reassuring to know that the TBI is still looking at tips, that they are going back and looking at old tips at a deeper level, that they even made this post to begin with. But the details surrounding Sebastian's disappearance still does not make sense to me. What are you guys thinking? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm hopeful that this new post is going to bring about some new tips, some new leads, and maybe some new individuals to focus on this case so we can find out what actually happened to Sebastian and where he is.